think, this brother of mine that is always helping me, how can I help him? What can I do for him? You see, you may not be able to help the person in terms of money, monetary help, but now I'm discussing the mindset to avoid if you want to be rich. See, Africa is poor largely because of the way most Africans think. Even the African government, most African government are poor because of the overall thinking of the African people. Of course, which by extension to the leaders, the African leaders. The number one thinking that is responsible for poverty in any nation is what I call dependence thinking. Dependency thinking. You see, most African nations are politically free, politically independent, but most of these African nations are still economically dependent. And until you have economic independence, you are not truly free. See, and this thinking that you see in our leadership as a nation or continent is also the same thinking that have kept the individual person poor. Not just Africa now, anyone who is poor around the world, in most cases, the thinking they have is that of dependency. It's very easy to hear things like, if something goes wrong, for instance, it's very easy for you to hear somebody say, what are they doing about it? So the communication is somebody is doing something about it. You see, not knowing that whoever is doing something about what goes wrong is going to be the one to get the money for providing solution for what goes wrong. So that dependency thinking is the same reason why you see that most third world nations are indebted. You know, when we have a need, you hear the leaders of Africa saying they are waiting for aid. From who? You see, we can make decisions that is against our beliefs, against our culture, against who we are as a people, because we are dependent on whoever it is who is giving us help. So, if you see a family where one person is rich, the rest people are not making effort. Why? Because they are waiting for the one who is rich to take care of their needs. They become dependent. And as long as you are thinking, you have a dependency thinking, you will not tax yourself to do what it takes to come out of poverty. This is the reason why, the continent of Africa, for instance, have so many minerals that they don't have the rights to process. Not the technical know-how. Listen, it's not the technical know-how. It's not about the equipment. We can import those things. We can bring them here, process our crude oil in our, and send out, refined products. But most don't have the right to refine what they produce. Why? Because the dependency thinking have led them to sign agreements and enter, contracts that have victimized them. So, as an individual who want to be rich, you must delete from yourself every form of dependency thinking, where you are waiting for somebody to do something to make your life comfortable. You're waiting for somebody to hand out something to you, somebody to help you. No, you see, if you are that way, what has happened is you have unconsciously become like a parasite. See, And of course, I don't mean this in a derogatory way or mean to be insultive with this, but it's the truth nonetheless. Many, as a matter of fact, dependency thinking is a parasitic kind of behavior. Because those people who are who have this dependency thinking usually don't think about what they can contribute. They are not contribution conscious. They don't think about what they can give. You know, maybe you have a family member who is always helping you, but for some reason you believe that it's his responsibility. It's my brother, it's my sister, it's my sibling. He have to do it. If he doesn't do it, who does it? No, you see, and you find no reason. There's nothing you can do to contribute to his life. You have become a parasite. Because that's what a parasite is. A parasite feeds on a system that he does not contribute to. A parasite does not contribute anything to the host. He's just feeding for free. And of course, destroying, the system that they feed from because he doesn't contribute to it. This is the problem of the African nation or the third world nations. And it's the same problem of the citizens of those nations. You say, but why is our government running out? Every time they need something to do, they want to make a road in our city. In our inner cities, they go to China. They'll make a road here, they go to America. They go to London to go get loan or to go get help, waiting for grants. In the world, nothing is free. Nothing goes for free. When they give you those grants, they are coming for something else and you must reciprocate. You could say, why is our government going out alone to look for money? You look at your own life, how you are leashing up on your sibling or on a friend or on an uncle, how you are leashing off of them without contributing anything to them. I once heard a man share the story. Very wealthy man shared the story. And this guy, one day saw him driving out of his house and said, hey, can you help me with $100? Because the man was very wealthy. The man said, all right, you want $100? I said, yes, okay, no problem. I got some money machine, in my house. Go to the compound, get the money machine and mow my lawn. Cut the grass nice and I'll give you the $100. Guess what? The man became angry. Is it because I'm asking you for $100 that you are sending me to go and cut your grasses? He was offended. If you don't want to help me, forget about it. Is it because I'm asking you for a mere $100 that you are sending me to go cut your grasses? Just say you don't want to give the money. He was offended and he left. Well, the wealthy man didn't lose anything. He lost. And the reason why he lost is because of his dependency thinking. He thinks that somebody owe him something. That somebody is rich doesn't mean he's owing you anything. You see. So if you want to come out of financial poverty, start thinking in terms of contribution, in terms of solution. It is the people who think solution who build things. They are the one who eventually make the most of the money. So maybe you are being helped right now. If you want to be rich, maybe somebody is helping you right now. Start thinking of the way to contribute to that person, because there's a law in nature. See, there's a law in nature that does not make mistakes. Think, this brother of mine that is always helping me, how can I help him? What can I do for him? You see, you may not be able to help the person in terms of money, monetary help, but there could be something you can do, you see, to make his life easier. Have you figured it out? This uncle of mine that is taking care of me, that is paying for my school fee, that is doing all of this thing, what can I do for him? Not saying, okay, you are doing this for me. One day I will also, when I become rich, that day may not come. Why? Because your thinking is wrong. Think in terms of now. What can I contribute to the system? I tell people, somebody give you a lift, or maybe a colleague of yours have a car and you go the same route. So every day he gives you a lift. Don't become entitled to say, well, he's giving me a lift. It's his job. No. As he's giving the lift because you have a car, the money you should have spent, for example, maybe you're supposed to spend, let's assumption, 500 rands in a month on transportation to work. But since he's giving you a lift, you may not even need to give all the 500 rand, but at least give him a 300 rand for fuel. What have you done? You're contributing to the system that is helping you. Such thinking. Because you see, at the base of it all, thinking determines outcome of your life. Such thinking will put you in positions for opportunity for wealth. Don't be a parasite in anybody's life, in any relationship. Don't be the one who is parasitic. Make sure that any system from which you benefit, you contribute to, is the thinking of the wealthy. Is the thinking of those who eventually will become wealthy. Contribute, be contribution conscious. And not future contribution now. What can I do now to contribute to this system today? This is the reason. Listen, what I'm sharing with you is responsible for the chronic poverty in our lives, in our nations. It's responsible. Where the man have no food, he have no water, he's waiting for God to move somebody to come and help him. No. Go out. Be ready to work. Be willing to do something. Find something you're going to contribute, you're going to do. And then when you start making efforts, there is something in nature that seeks to assist anyone who is making efforts. And if you are a host who is encouraging parasitic behavior, you are not helping the people. Maybe you have siblings in the house who are 30 years old. In the month, they do nothing. You go to work. You're the one who is running the business. They're just in the house eating. You're feeding them. You're clothing them. You provide for them free accommodations. You are not helping them as well. No, demand that they contribute for their own sake. Demand they contribute. And when they are contributing, don't look, it should not be favor. For example, you have a company and you have a brother who doesn't have a job. It's okay, he's my brother. So you take him who have no experience, put him in a management position. You kill your company. He is your brother, but if the skill he has is that of a driver, let him go and drive car. It's not wickedness. You are helping him. And of course, as time goes on, you try to teach him and show him how things work. But let him start and grow. We don't do brotherly favor to place people in position they don't qualify for. I know companies around here who people are placed in position because of their skin color. And they are not performing. See? So don't encourage dependency thinking. And you don't think that way yourself. If we have problem, let's tax our mind. How do we solve the problem? How do we come out of this problem? What can we do? What can we do? That is what is lacking, like I said, in the African leadership. The moment they said, oh, there's a COVID, the next thing is which country can we look for help? Who will send us ventilators? Who will send us the mask? Who will send us this? We need vaccine. We need vaccine for free. What? And did you notice? Not many African nations developed their own vaccines. They were waiting for what they have found out in America. What have China done? And you're wondering why Africa is this way? It's high time we knock out all form of dependency thinking. If we said we are independent politically, let's also fight to be independent economically. There's a reason why they call it financial freedom. See, financial freedom. Because until you are economically or financially free, you are not free. You are not free. There's a popular adage or saying that say the one who plays the pipe, right? The one who plays the pipe, something like that, determines the music. Something like that. The one who has the money is the one who is still colonizing the people. See? And until you are economically free, your mind is not free. You can't decide to say, no, this thing, I don't like it and I don't want to do it. You can't say that because economically you're not free. So you say, no, this behavior is not accepted. Our culture forbid it. Our religion forbid it. Our faith forbid it. But they said you must practice it. If you want our help, what do? We practice what we don't like because we want help. And to be economically free is not the difficulty. It's that from our thinking. Let's think solution. Let's think how. How can we truly be financially independent? And then let's task ourselves, call the citizens, have a town hall meetings, and drive for what I call ideas. You'll be amazed the idea you could get from your citizen of your nation. You'll be amazed. And then put to work what God already have given you in that nation. So what will happen? You'll be amazed. So it's a thinking that stems from individuals to the collective, group, and then down to the leaders. And that is the result or the cause of the chronic poverty we have in the land. Dependency thinking. We are waiting for somebody we don't know. What are they doing? Who are they? You don't know, but you just hope that somebody somewhere is doing something that to make my life easy. Do you believe that? So let's knock dependency thinking and start working towards independent thinking. We say the things we really want to say. We do the things we really want to do. It's only when we are alive. Political colonization has ended in many nations, but not economic ones. So, thank you. I'll see you again in the next video.